Hi, it's Wasabi. This battle is on the Berlin map, and we've got Tucknott from Trapp's clan in his Caernarvon Action X. I'm just going to show you, we've got a replay bug that started in 1.14. You can see the turret is snapped to the right, and it won't move whenever he's moving his gun. You can see the reticle moving, so we've got a quick fix for that. So we'll just rewind once, just at the start of the battle, which is using the left arrow key if you're trying to do this yourself, and you can just see, we've gone back 20 seconds and now the gun is acting normally. So if you're having this problem with replays, that's what you need to do to fix it. So it's a bit annoying. I've raised a ticket with customer support and they passed that on to the devs, and I've also told them about this workaround. Alright, enough about that. This is about Tucknott, and he's on the Berlin map in a heavy tank. The Caernarvon Action X, I don't think we've seen many battles with this tank, but it's a tier 8 British premium heavy tank, and he's loaded for bear. He's got a full clip of premium ammunition, and he's top tier in this game. It's not that he would know that when he's going into the battle, but he's obviously counting his blessings here. He will have no problem penetrating any tank with his ammo loadout. Now, here you've got a clever angle here. Where that ONE is behind a wall, but he's shooting through a hole in the wall. So that ONE is side on to him. Not sure why he's side on, but whether he's facing another tank or not, but definitely something Tucky can take advantage of. Now, just waiting for more. Well, there's an E75 just in that same location. And yep, you can see his outline. That just missed the hole, I think. He was just rushing that shot, but carefully aiming in as he is now, goes straight through. And the return shot from the 75 TS doesn't go anywhere. And you can just see, well, it gets another lucky shot. Must have gone through the front sprocket, I think there. Just got the edge of his tank. And punishes the ONE as the ONE go past. So that's taken Tucky up to just under 2k of damage in the space of 3 minutes. Goes again through the 75 TS. Why people are going sideways on, I don't know. And a bit unlucky there not to go through the lower front plate of the SU-152. That must have just caught the angle a bit wrong there. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But nonetheless, it's not going to stop Tucky from using this position. But as in any position on the map, once the enemy disappear from there, there's no point staying there. So you've just got to judge when you're not getting any results and relocate. But right at this point in time, he's got plenty of traffic in front of him and he can take advantage of that. Caernarvon Action X on the other side there, both fired at each other and both bounced. But now he's got him trying to side scrape, which is not successful, and he's managed to set him on fire as well. So got a nice bonus there. Looks like his fire extinguisher didn't kick in, and so possibly using a manual fire extinguisher there, but that's alright, everyone's entitled to that. And you get another side-on shot through that Caernarvon Action X, just blocking, using the thing, a very clever use of the terrain here. T29 there, top heavy tank at tier 7, but not facing up well to this location in particular, not so much whether Tucky is using premium ammunition, but showing his lower front plate is not a good idea in a T29. Definitely a weak spot in the tank. And now he's got an IS-5. Now, the IS-5 bounced that shot, so probably rushing a little bit. The IS-5 is a reward tank from a Clan Wars campaign a few years ago, but it's now been available in a couple of different ways, particularly in the Clan Wars campaign. For a free build, and I think maybe in the Bond shop. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's basically just a reward version of the IS-3. Pretty much the same characteristics as an IS-3, slightly different, but not hugely different enough. And just the normal abilities to move crew in and out. In any case, again, showing his side is not a good recipe. And now the T29 comes up. Just the number of targets that are coming up and how quickly Tucky can shoot is just amazing. But he's certainly getting his gun working. I'll have to count his rounds after the game, but he's just coming up under 4k of damage now, and we're still in the first 5 minutes of the game. So it's a pretty close game, and I'd say Tucky's gun is keeping his team in it. 4 tanks killed each, and they're just slightly up a couple of hundred hit points of damage on the enemy team. So this is definitely in the mix. Excuse me. And Tucky's just waiting for these guys to make mistakes, which is basically what they're doing in front of him. But they know he's here and they know he's doing massive amounts of damage, so they're probably all just saying, no, you first, no, you first, no, after you. But he knows there are still some hazards in the game, particularly some tanks to his left. You can see on the minimap there a KV3 and now an E75 TS just on the other side of the river. So that's going to keep Tucky at bay here for the moment until he knows he can risk it. Goes for a shot on the lower front plate there, but probably just too much of an angle. Needs the front sprocket, so he holds his shot there. And just looking around, casting around for alternative shots. So coming here to try and change the angle. Yes, and he gets the front sprocket there, goes straight through. Is he holding him in place? I think he is. Yep, locked him in place. Didn't get a chance to repair his tracks. He maybe already had his repair kit on cooldown. And Tucky's coming around here just looking to see again whether those threats on his left are still there, which I think they are, so wise move not to cross. Does have all his hit points, but it's still early days in the game and his team are behind now in terms of kills and hit points, so it doesn't need to throw away his tank unnecessarily or lose his hit points unnecessarily. And if he can convince these enemy tanks to come out in front of him to fire at him, then he's got a good chance of doing damage. And now he's got the side of the Oni turret, no problem going through that. Oni trying to side scrape, not a great tank to do that in. He sees the IS-5 pulling up, so he comes back here to get some cover and also to change the angles. Yep, manages to get the side of the pike nose of the IS-5, and he's catching him side scraping here. Should be able to go through again, which he does, punishing that IS-5. That's now 5 cove damage for Tucknott, and now he's found a Super Hellcat. Just have a bit of a pixel shot there. Will he come back to that? He probably will. You've got tanks there looking at the IS-5, but he's just got that shot on the roof of the Super Hellcat. Fires there, just goes a bit low into the barrier. Just trying one more time, and he goes through, punishes that Super Hellcat, takes him down to a one shot. Alright, there's the IS-5, and he just, another hugely lucky shot there into the IS-5 as he's pulling back. Like to see that in battle shots afterwards, just to see where that one went. But now he's made his decision there. The tanks to his left are gone as a threat, so he can push in on this IS-5, which he does. He takes a hit from the IS-5, so that's not necessarily good, but chooses instead to fire at the Oni, just misses out on the kill there, leaves him on only 20 odd hit points. Takes another hit from the IS-5. Tucky's up to 5 cave damage, but he can afford probably one more hit from the IS-5 with that amount of hit points going. And this game is still pretty much in the balance, so they get rid of the IS-5, so they've got a lead in guns now, but the hit points are still almost identical. So they've actually dominated this area now, and there's really just 3 enemy vehicles left, which is the Super Hellcat, and Tuck just misses the opportunity to get a shot on him, takes the opportunity to fire, but not a great chance for success here, and it doesn't pay off. But now they need to head towards the camp. And he's just using this method here to stay in cover as much as possible. You can see the Barask has been spotted on the other side of the map. Doesn't want to get anywhere near that Barask's gun if he can help it. G-Saw closes in on the Super Hellcat and takes him out, but himself gets taken down to a one-shot. And the Caernarvon Jägerpanzer hasn't been seen at all, I don't think, but there's a good chance that he's covering this cap area, so Tucky has to be careful coming out here. And he gets spotted and he gets hit by the Caernarvon Jägerpanzer. But he's got a pretty powerful position here. The barrier in front of him is higher than his tank. And in fact, the G-Saw comes up even lower profile. So that Caernarvon Jägerpanzer would have to come in and push on them if he's got any chance of interrupting this cap. Now three vehicles on the cap. Only 10 seconds to go. Will he get a chance of doing any more damage? Well, that TD needs to make a push if he's doing that. 3, 2, 1, that is the cap. And there he is, it's been spotted, no chance of losing it now. Tucky puts another shot in, that brings him up to 6k of damage. What a very cheeky one there. Let's go and have a look at the detail. So an Ace Tanker Mastery badge there for Tucknott, 6k of damage. Got that on the last shot there on the KPZ. Got the high caliber reward, of course, for that, for doing the most damage, and he got the Confederate reward as well for damaging the number of tanks that were then killed by his teammates. So in terms of the team performance, 1727 base experience, very high level there, and the Object 7032 more than likely got an Ace Tanker badge as well there with 1358, so great performance there from his teammates, and the G-Saw even came up with a decent amount of performance, managing to get 1k. We didn't say what happened to Tiger Girl, but it looked like she didn't survive too well there, so we won't look at that too closely, but on the enemy side, the Barask that survived to the end and tried to cap, managed to do 4k damage, and would have got decent amount of XP in addition to what he's earned there for courageous resistance. But yeah, great play there from the Barask player. We would have been disappointed getting a 4k game and not getting a win. In any case, this is Matt Tucky. So how did he go? Personally, 35 shots fired. That's a lot in a game. That just shows he's managed to preserve his health through the game and keep his gun working. So from all the positions he played in, he could keep shooting pretty much most of the time. 32 hits and 26 of those penetrated. He was firing premium the whole way, so he spent a fair bit on ammunition. As you can see, 154,000 on ammo, but he earned 260,000 for the battle with some personal reserves running, and of course being a premium tank, that helped as well. That even paid for his consumables that he ran, and he ended up with a profit of 80k, which we'd not sneeze at. Anyway, great game there from Tucky. If you liked the video, however, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. We'll have more great content like this through the week, and thanks for watching.